Hello, everyone. I am the sleep storyteller, and I am here to help you today. I know you use this video to fall asleep, so before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot. Also, let me know in the comments, where are you from and what time are you listening? Now get comfortable and relax. The stars stretched endlessly across the black void of space, glimmering like tiny beacons of warmth in the silent abyss. A gentle hum resonated through the metallic corridors of the *UNSC pillar of autumn ***, a ship adrift in the cosmos, its engines purring softly as it coasted through the unknown. Beyond the reinforced glass of the observation deck, a vast planet loomed a ring, ancient and luminous, circling like a celestial guardian in the darkness. The halo ***. It shimmered with an eerie, otherworldly glow. Its surface, a delicate blend of lush green landscapes and gleaming silver structures, whispering secrets older than time itself. In the dimly lit chamber, Master Chief * stood motionless, his armored frame a silent sentinel against the quiet. His visor reflected the soft, pulsing light of the control panels, the faint rhythm of star maps and navigational data casting gentle hues against the walls. Beside him, Cortana ***, the AI with a voice like a lullaby, spoke in hushed tones. "We're close now," she murmured, her presence an ethereal glow within the ship's systems. "This place, it feels ancient, like it's been waiting for us." Chief exhaled, the slow release of breath barely audible beneath his helmet. The weight of the universe rested upon him. Yet in this moment, there was a rare stillness, a pause before the storm. The ship drifted onward, slicing through the stardust, the ringed world below beckoning them forward. The soft hum of the engines was almost hypnotic, a lullaby in the endless night. Beyond the ship's vast windows, the halo ring * turned ever so slowly, its curvature forming a perfect, delicate arc against the horizon. It was a mystery, a relic of forgotten times, a place where dreams and nightmares intertwined. As the ship descended, breaking through the planet's shimmering atmosphere, the view became clearer, rolling valleys bathed in twilight, crystalline lakes, reflecting the pale glow of distant moons, ancient spires standing like silent watchmen in the mist. It was beautiful. Chief felt the soft pull of gravity as the ship adjusted its course. The engines dimmed to a whisper, the descent smooth, seamless. A moment of peace. He closed his eyes for a second, just listening to the gentle hum of machinery, to Cortana's rhythmic data streams, to the heartbeat of the universe itself. "We should get some rest before landing." Cortana's voice was softer now, almost soothing. "Something tells me tomorrow will be eventful." Chief didn't reply, but he understood. His body, despite its enhancements, longed for stillness, for the fleeting comfort of dreams. Slowly, the ship rocked ever so slightly, a cradle in the cosmic expanse. The world below awaited, ancient and unknown. But for now, just for a moment, the quiet of space wrapped around him like a gentle embrace. The soft hum of the asterisk pillar of Autumn**** S systems pulsed like a steady heartbeat, a rhythm that blended seamlessly with the infinite quiet of space. Master Chief let himself sink into the stillness, his body weightless within the low gravity of his quarters. His mind, however, drifted elsewhere through memories half buried, through echoes of distant battles, through moments where the stars had seemed just as vast, just as unreachable. Cortana's voice was a whisper now, weaving through the silence like a gentle current. I've been scanning the halo's surface. It's strange. The readings don't match anything in the archives. It's not just a ring, it's alive. Chief didn't respond. He lay there, listening, absorbing, feeling the quiet press against him like a soft embrace. There was something about this place, something different. Not just another battlefield, not just another mission. The halo ring felt like it was breathing, waiting, watching. The ship drifted lower, the gravitational pull of the ring world gently cradling it. The descent was smooth, seamless, like slipping into a dream. Outside the viewport, the land below glowed with an eerie luminescence. Rolling fields and towering cliffs bathed in the silver light of twin moons. Rivers carved their way through valleys like veins of liquid starlight. And high above, the curving edge of the ring stretched into infinity, looping overhead like the arch of a celestial bridge. For the first time in a long time, there was no immediate battle, no urgency, just the quiet, the soft, rhythmic pull of the ship as it adjusted its course, the faint vibration of life support systems, the distant chime of Cortana's calculations. It felt like a lullaby, mechanical, precise, yet soothing in its own way. "You should rest," Cortana murmured, her voice softer now. "The surface will be there when you wake up. Whatever waiting for us, it can wait just a little longer." Chief didn't argue. He let his body relax, his breath slowing to match the pulse of the ship, the rhythm of the stars. His mind, ever alert, drifted just beyond the edge of consciousness, slipping into something softer, something lighter. For now, the universe held its breath. For now, the halo ring turned in silence, a cradle of ancient mysteries wrapped in the stillness of space. A gentle vibration hummed through the ship's walls, like a distant heartbeat echoing through the metal corridors. Master Chief lay motionless, caught between wakefulness and dreams, his mind drifting through the quiet expanse of space. There was no war here, no orders, no urgency, just the rhythmic pull of gravity, the slow turn of the halo ring outside, and the soft lull of Cortana's presence within the ship's systems. "Your breathing has slowed." Cortana's voice was barely more than a whisper, soothing and melodic. "You're resting. That's good." The thought almost made him smile, not that he ever did. Spartans weren't built for rest, weren't made for peace. And yet, here in the vast embrace of the unknown, with nothing but the glow of distant stars and the endless stretch of the ring world beneath them, there was a quietness even he couldn't ignore. Outside, the halo asterisk gleamed under twin moons, its landscapes rolling like a dream, endless fields of luminescent grass swaying in a wind that couldn't be heard from space. Towering spires rose from the earth, ancient structures carved with glowing symbols, whispering secrets no human had ever known. Rivers of silver light wove through the valleys, reflecting the infinite sky above. And somewhere in the distance, something pulsed, soft, steady, like the gentle rhythm of an unseen force. The ship drifted lower, its engines humming softly as it neared the surface. Inside, the cabin lights dimmed, casting everything in a faint blue glow, like the deep ocean depths. Cortana's presence flickered in the air, a soft shimmer of data watching over him. "The Halo systems are strange," she murmured. "It's like they're waiting for something. For us." Chief let out a slow breath, his chest rising and falling in time with the steady hum around him. He could feel it too. Something ancient, something vast, watching from the edges of perception. But for now, it remained still. For now, there was only the quiet pull of the ship as it prepared for landing, the weight of the unknown pressing gently against him like a warm tide. 5 more minutes, Cortana's voice softened, almost playful. Even Spartans deserve that much. And so, he let himself drift again, just for a moment longer. The halo ring turned above and below, an endless cycle, a world untouched by time. The stars whispered lullabies through the void, and sleep came like the slow, inevitable pull of gravity, wrapping him in something close to peace. The ship moved like a feather drifting through the sky, its descent smooth and effortless as the halo ring stretched beneath it in a never-ending horizon. Master Chief, though still, felt the subtle shift in gravity, the quiet shift from weightlessness to the soft embrace of solid ground. The hum of the asterisk pillar of Autumn asterisk S engines had faded into a mere whisper, merging with the deep, endless stillness of this world. Beyond the viewport, mist curled over the landscape, rolling in slow, silver waves across the grasslands. Pale blue light from the twin moons reflected on the surface of a vast lake, its waters unmoving, mirror-like, as if time itself had paused. There were no signs of conflict, no distant echoes of battle, only the sigh of the wind through unseen valleys, and the faint glow of ancient structures scattered across the land like forgotten sentinels. "We've landed," Cortana murmured, her voice blending seamlessly with the soft hum of the ship's systems. Forerunner architecture detected. "There's power here. Something's still alive." Chief remained motionless for a moment longer, absorbing the serenity around him. It was rare to find stillness in a world filled with war. Even rarer to feel something close to peace. He wasn't sure what to do with it. A soft vibration pulsed beneath his feet as the landing ramp extended, touching the ground with a whisper. Cool air rushed inside, carrying the scent of damp earth, of something old and untouched, a world preserved beyond time. The sky above was a canvas of deep indigo, stars stretching in endless constellations, while the curve of the halo ring loomed far overhead, a celestial bridge connecting infinity itself. "Take your time," Cortana's voice softened. "There's no immediate threat. Just listen." And so he did. He listened to the gentle rustling of unseen leaves, the distant murmur of flowing water, the faint hum of energy pulsing beneath the soil, as if the very ground was alive. He stepped forward, his boots pressing softly into the damp earth, and for the first time in a long time, he walked with no destination, no mission, no enemy waiting beyond the next ridge. Only the whisper of the wind, the glow of ancient ruins, and the vast, endless sky above. "Strange, isn't it?" Cortana mused, her tone almost dreamy. "A place built for war, yet it feels so peaceful." Chief didn't respond, but he understood. This place held secrets. It had seen battles long before his time, would see battles long after. But in this moment, in this fragile pocket of time, it was quiet. It was still. The stars above shimmered like distant lullabies. And for the first time in longer than he could remember, the universe did not demand he move. So he stood beneath the endless sky, listening, breathing, existing in the hush of the unknown. The air was cool, carrying the scent of damp earth and something faintly metallic, like old stone washed by rain. Master Chief moved slowly, his boots pressing into the soft soil, each step measured, unhurried. There was no urgency here, no rush to battle, only the vastness of the asterisk halo ring asterisk asterisk, stretching infinitely in every direction. Above him, the curve of the ring arced across the sky, a perfect bridge of stars, its surface glimmering with faint silver light. Cortana's voice was a gentle murmur in his helmet. "The structures here, they aren't abandoned. Power is still running through them. It's almost as if this world is asleep." Chief stopped near the edge of a quiet lake, its waters still and glass-like, reflecting the endless sky above. Ripples moved lazily across its surface, as if stirred by an unseen force. He knelt, touching the damp grass with his gloved hand, feeling the strange pulse beneath it, something deep, something old. The halo was alive in ways he didn't yet understand. A breeze swept through the valley, carrying with it the sound of distant echoes, whispers in a language he didn't know, voices lost to time. It wasn't unsettling. If anything, it was calming, like the hushed tones of a forgotten lullaby. The silence here wasn't empty. It was full, rich, with something unseen. "I can almost hear it," Cortana said softly, like a memory waiting to be remembered. Chief let out a slow breath, his visor catching the glow of the distant ruins. He had seen countless battlefields, worlds torn apart by war, but never something like this. This was different. This was untouched. A world frozen in time, waiting. He moved forward, his steps quiet against the earth, following the winding path toward the ruins. Towering pillars of smooth stone rose from the ground, etched with glowing patterns that pulsed softly, as if breathing. As he passed between them, a warmth settled over him, a presence unseen yet undeniable. "Whatever this place was meant to be," Cortana whispered, "it's still waiting for something or someone." Chief rested a hand against the ancient stone, feeling its hum beneath his fingertips. The night stretched on, silent and endless, the stars above watching like patient guardians. And for the first time in longer than he could remember, there was no war, no orders, no enemies lurking beyond the horizon, only the quiet hum of an ancient world, the soft whisper of the wind, the slow turn of the ring above. And in that stillness, for just a moment, he stood not as a soldier, but as something else entirely. The soft glow of the ancient pillars cast faint shadows across the quiet earth, their surfaces humming with unseen energy, pulsing in rhythm with the very air around them. Master Chief stood motionless, his armored fingers resting against the smooth stone, feeling the warmth that radiated from within. It was as if the halo itself was breathing, waiting, whispering secrets just beyond the edge of understanding. The wind stirred, carrying the scent of something distant rain on stone, metal warmed by sunlight, the faint trace of something that felt alive. Above, the asterisk ringworld asterisk curved endlessly, its arc blending into the horizon, a celestial bridge that turned in perfect silence. Stars shimmered against the vast darkness beyond, their soft glow reflecting on the still waters of the lake below. "There's something beneath us." Cortana's voice was hushed, as if she too could feel the quiet reverence of this place. Energy readings are strong, but contained. It's like this world is waiting to wake up. Chief let his hand fall away from the stone, his gaze shifting to the path ahead. The ruins stretched before him, illuminated by the pale glow of twin moons. Towering spires of ancient architecture stood untouched by time, their designs seamless, precise, built with a purpose he could only begin to fathom. He stepped forward, his boots pressing softly against the damp earth, moving through the silent corridors of a civilization long past. The walls pulsed faintly as he passed, reacting to his presence, sensing him. It was not a warning, nor a threat, only an acknowledgement, like the distant echo of something forgotten stirring in the deep. "It's peaceful," Cortana murmured, almost to herself. "Strange, isn't it? A place built by those who waged war. Yet there's no violence here, only quiet." Chief didn't respond, but he understood. This place had seen battles before. He could feel it in the air, in the very bones of the world. But now, it stood untouched, wrapped in a stillness that felt sacred. A faint glow ahead caught his eye, a soft golden light emanating from a carved recess in the stone. He moved toward it, his movements slow, deliberate, careful not to disturb the silence that had settled like a fragile veil over the ruins. As he reached out, his fingertips brushing against the illuminated glyphs, a gentle vibration hummed through the ground, like the stirring of something ancient beneath his feet. The light pulsed once soft, warm, welcoming. Then, just as quickly, it faded, leaving only the night, the stars, and the slow, steady breath of the halo ring turning in the sky above. Chief exhaled, his breath steady, his heartbeat slow. For now, the world remained at peace. For now, the silence held. And so he stood there, listening, waiting, beneath a sky that stretched on forever. The warmth of the glowing glyph faded into the quiet night, leaving only the rhythmic hum of the halo ring turning high above. Master Chief remained still, his armored frame blending into the shadowed ruins, listening to the silence that wrapped around him like a soft current. The world beneath his feet pulsed with a slow, steady rhythm, not mechanical, not artificial, but something else, something alive. Cortana's voice was gentle, almost thoughtful. It's waiting for something, or someone. Maybe it's been waiting a long time. Chief exhaled slowly, his visor catching the faint glimmer of light, reflecting off the still water of the nearby lake. The landscape stretched before him, endless fields of soft grass swaying under a wind he could barely hear, rolling hills bathed in moonlight, and towering spires of ancient stone standing like silent watchmen. There were no sounds of battle here, no echoes of war, only the breath of a sleeping world cradled in the stars. He took a step forward, his boots pressing into the damp soil, moving with unhurried ease through the ruins. The path before him was lined with smooth, curved structures, their surfaces glowing faintly with energy that felt aware. Not in the way of a machine, cold and calculating, but something different, something that observed. waited with patience beyond comprehension. "There's no danger here," Cortana murmured, her tone lighter than usual, almost as if she too had been lulled by the peace of this place. No traps, no enemies, just quiet. Chief tilted his head slightly, scanning the horizon. The halo ring arced endlessly, stretching above and below in a perfect loop, its form blending with the distant stars. The sheer scale of it was impossible to grasp fully, even for him. It was not just a world, it was a construct, a monument to something ancient, something vast. The gentle hum beneath his feet grew softer, like the fading notes of a song long forgotten. He could feel it in the air, in the way the ruins seemed to glow just a little brighter when he passed, as if recognizing his presence. A whisper of acknowledgement, a quiet greeting from a place that had seen lifetimes beyond counting. "I wonder if they ever stood here. The ones who built this," Cortana mused, her voice distant, as if she were lost in thought. "If they ever looked up at this sky and saw what we see now." Chief said nothing, but he let his gaze drift upward. The stars shimmered like distant memories, their light slow and steady, untouched by time. For once, there was no mission pressing down on him. No orders, no war waiting on the horizon, just the quiet hum of an ancient world, the whisper of the wind, and the endless sky above. The stars above shimmered like quiet sentinels, their glow casting faint silver reflections across the surface of the still lake. Master Chief stood at the edge of the water, his armored frame outlined against the pale light of the twin moons. The halo ring stretched across the sky in a perfect arc, its form blending with the endless cosmos beyond. The air was crisp, carrying only the soft rustling of unseen trees, the distant sigh of wind moving through valleys, untouched by time. Cortana's voice was a gentle murmur. "It's almost poetic, isn't it? A place built for war, yet here it stands, quiet, waiting. It makes you wonder if peace was ever meant to be part of its purpose." Chief remained silent, but he understood. He had seen countless battlefields, walked through ruins where history had left its scars. Yet this place had not yet been touched by violence. There was something delicate about it, something fragile, as if the silence itself was sacred. His gaze drifted across the landscape, rolling hills bathed in soft blue light, crystalline rivers winding like silver threads through the valley, and towering spires that hummed with faint, pulsing energy. The ruins stood like monuments to an era beyond comprehension, their smooth surfaces etched with symbols that glowed softly, breathing in the darkness. He stepped forward, the ground beneath his boots firm, yet alive with a presence he couldn't quite name. The halo ring was not just metal and stone, it was something deeper, something that had endured beyond lifetimes. It was waiting, watching, holding its breath in the quiet of the night. "You don't have to say anything," Cortana whispered. "I know you feel it too." Chief tilted his head slightly, listening not to her, but to the world itself. The low, distant hum of energy. The faint stirrings of life somewhere beyond the ruins. The slow, steady pulse beneath his feet. It was as if the entire ring was in a state of deep slumber, dreaming of an age long past. For a brief moment, he allowed himself to imagine it, this place untouched by war, its rivers running freely, its sky unbroken by the fire of battle. A world preserved in quiet eternity, waiting not for destruction, but for understanding. The thought was fleeting, gone as quickly as it had come. But in this moment, beneath the endless sky, beneath the turning of the ring, there was only the stillness of a universe at rest. And for once, he let himself rest with it. The world exhaled in a whisper, the soft wind carrying the scent of untouched earth, and the faint metallic hum of ancient stone. Master Chief stood beneath the endless sky, his gaze tracing the quiet glow of the ruins around him. The halo ring asterisk loomed above, curving into the vastness, its edges vanishing into the stars like an infinite bridge between past and future. There was a stillness here, deeper than silence, something unspoken, waiting to be heard. Cortana's voice was barely more than a breath. "You've seen so many battlefields, but this isn't one of them, is it?" Chief didn't answer, but he knew she was right. There were no scars of war here, no echoes of conflict, no remnants of destruction. This place, this ring, was different. It held the weight of something ancient, something beyond his understanding. Yet, for all its age, it did not feel abandoned. If anything, it felt aware. He took a slow step forward, his boots pressing into the soft soil, the ground beneath him firm, but alive with a quiet pulse. The ruins glowed faintly as he moved through them, their surfaces smooth, untouched by time. He brushed his gloved fingers against the stone once more, feeling the same warmth as before, subtle, constant, as if the halo itself was breathing beneath his touch. Beyond the ruins, a great expanse of land stretched into the distance, shimmering under the pale light of the twin moons. A vast lake mirrored the sky, its waters still and glass-like, reflecting the stars above in perfect clarity. The curve of the ring created the illusion of an endless horizon, as if he could walk forever and never reach the end. "It's beautiful," Cortana murmured, her tone softer than he had ever heard it. Strange to think of something so vast, so powerful, existing in such quiet peace. Chief stood at the water's edge, watching as faint ripples spread outward, disrupting the perfect reflection of the universe above. He didn't know how long he had been here. Minutes, hours, perhaps longer. Time seemed different in this place, slower, as if the halo itself stretched moments into infinity. The air was thick with something unspoken, something waiting just beyond perception. It wasn't a warning, nor was it a threat. It was something else entirely, a presence, old and endless, watching, listening. I wonder if they ever imagined this, Cortana mused. The ones who built this ring, if they ever stood where you're standing now, looking at the stars, wondering what would come next. Chief let out a slow breath, his visor reflecting the endless sky. For all his strength, for all the battles he had fought, he had never truly stopped to wonder. But here, in this place, beneath a sky that had seen more than he ever would, he found himself thinking, maybe she was right. Maybe the halo was not just a weapon. Maybe it was something more. The stars shimmered, the ring turned, and the world waited. The night stretched endlessly, the halo ring curving above like a silent guardian, its vast form blending into the fabric of the cosmos. Master Chief stood unmoving at the edge of the still lake, watching as soft ripples disturbed the perfect reflection of the twin moons. The world around him remained untouched, wrapped in a deep, knowing silence. It was not the silence of absence, nor of loneliness. It was the quiet of something ancient, something waiting. Cortana's voice was a gentle whisper. I've scanned this place 100 times, and yet I don't think data can capture it. Chief remained still, his visor catching the soft glow of the ruins behind him. There was truth in her words. The numbers, the energy readings, the structure of the ring itself, none of it explained the feeling that settled over him now. The weight of time, the hush of something greater than himself. He turned, walking slowly along the water's edge, his boots pressing into the damp earth. The ruins pulsed faintly as he passed, the gentle hum of unseen energy blending with the sigh of the wind. This world was not dead. It was sleeping, watching, breathing. Do you hear it? Cortana's voice was softer now, almost distant. Not with your ears, something else, something deeper. Chief didn't reply, but he understood. There was a rhythm to this place, a quiet pulse beneath the surface. The halo was not just a structure, it was something more. He stopped before one of the towering spires, its smooth stone surface glowing faintly under his touch. The warmth of it, the soft vibration beneath his fingertips, it was familiar in a way he couldn't explain. A presence, old and unbroken, waiting beyond the edges of time. Maybe it remembers, Cortana whispered. Everything that's ever happened here. Everyone who has ever stood where you stand now. The thought settled deep within him. How many had come before? How many had touched this same stone, looking to the same endless sky, wondering about the same unanswered questions? The ring had endured them all. It had outlived them all. And yet it remained, silent, watching, waiting. The stars above shimmered like distant echoes, their light slow and steady, untouched by the passage of time. The halo turned in perfect stillness, an infinite loop stretching far beyond the limits of sight. And for the first time in a long time, Master Chief did not feel like a soldier. He did not feel like a weapon. He did not feel like a warrior waiting for the next battle. Here, in this place, beneath this endless sky, he felt something else, something quieter, something closer to peace. The halo turned, the stars whispered, and the night stretched on, infinite and undisturbed.